Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So I got my deep coaster mold out today. You know why? Because I need it deep. You see my little ducks out? They are kind of deep. These guys are going to be used today. And you know what I came up with today? I don't know if any of you know this, especially across the ocean, but here in Florida, people who own Jeeps, they trade rubber duckies in parking lots. And you will come across any Jeep you see here. I think it's nationwide though. It started, I think, in 2020 when COVID hit. People with Jeeps started giving people other little regular rubber duckies like this big, the little tiny ones. And you'll see them across dashboards everywhere. And I was just like, a couple years ago, I'm like, why does every Jeep lover have rubber duckies? So I looked it up online. It's a thing. And there's rules to it, how you do it. You're supposed to leave a note. There's like 5 rules to leaving ducks on Jeeps. So this one is for all you Jeep lovers today. So I'm going to do just a set of 2. And I got this from Creative Fabrica, the image, and I just printed it out on my vinyl. You could print it out on paper, but I just printed it out on vinyl because it's thicker. I'm not going to peel it off. I'm going to use it like a piece of scrapbook paper. And I needed a deep mold because of the ducks, of course. So I'm going to pour in like 1 ounce on the bottom of these and either let it cure or get tacky. I'm going to put these in and we're going to put the ducks all the way around the edge. Jeep lovers will love these. I know the rest of us don't get it, although I do like the Jeeps with the flatbed in the back. That's probably going to be my next vehicle when I'm getting ready to buy one, but right now, don't have a Jeep, but I think it's kind of cool how they all bound together and they have a common friend, which is the rubber ducky. So I'm going to mix up my pearl white, 2 ounces, and I want it really thin, and then we will go from there. I mixed up 2 ounces of my 4-hour fast cure. I'm just going to get my powder mixed in, and I've got this little cup so I can equally distribute them. Now, I forgot to mention on the images, I spray sealed them with spray sealer out of a spray paint can. You can use Mod Podge, whatever you want. Just if you're printing the image yourself, just spray seal something over it so all that ink doesn't run in your resin. I don't know. I've never tried it not sealing it. So whether it runs in your resin or not, I really don't know. But I don't take the chance. And yeah, just seal it. Just take the extra step. You'll be probably happy you did. So I just want to get this really opaque. I didn't want to put a color or a glitter behind there, only because I had to hand cut those. This is not the same size as my 4-inch stamper thing, the press to cut my pieces of scrap paper. So I had to hand cut them, and they're not perfect. So I didn't want the edge showing imperfections. That's why I chose white. I could have done like a pigment paste and done plain white, but you know me, I can't just do plain. So I'm doing pearl white. So it won't be as noticeable. And I think what I'm going to do is just let them cure and use my tack it glue. That way they go down and they don't wrinkle over the resin or anything. It's just the safest way to do it. You just have to be patient until they're cured all the way through. But if you have a heat mat, like most of us do, you know that can be sped up by a long time, very quickly sped up. So I'm just gonna spray my mold with some 99% alcohol to stop any bubbles from forming around those edges. And pour in, I don't even know that I need a whole ounce. I really just want just the bottom barely covered, because those ducks do have some depth to them. So I didn't use the whole ounce. So I will do the same thing with this one. And let them cure. If you put it on when it's tacky, you have to get it to the perfect tackiness. Otherwise, you can get wrinkles in your papers or your napkins or your vinyls, whatever you're putting in there made from paper. So I've learned that the hard way several times. And I think I'm just gonna let this cure naturally, because if I turn my heat mat on something this thin, it's probably gonna buckle and not be a flat surface. So I'm gonna have to be patient today. Pop some bubbles, even though it really won't matter. I am gonna go around my edge. So hopefully no bubbles form there. And then I will be back in a few hours, just as soon as this is cured, and see what I can do with this tiny little bit left. They're both cured. It's been about 5 hours. I just got back, and what I did was I just tack it over and over and brushed it on, and it's now dry. So let's get to the next step. But before that, I filled my little topography molds with the extra white. So I think I'm gonna do these backwards. Oh, they're still a little soft, but let's see if I can get them out. I have not done a full tutorial on these yet. These little things, I don't know if you could see the layers of them. You put them in the corresponding mold it came from, and then you pour in whatever you're gonna pour in. So since these are white, I think I will pour in blue as if the water is blue and these are white. I don't know if I'm gonna like brush anything on the white to see the layers yet. I haven't gotten that far in my thought process. Oh, this one's pretty thin right there. Might break off. I didn't use my heat mat. Like I said, I just let everything cure naturally. And this is the 4-hour fast cure, so it's still a little soft. So you put them in here, and then with the extra resin that I have from there, I'll probably tint it a really light blue so you could see that, but I might brush something in here just so you could see the layers. But if you leave it light enough, like transparent enough, you probably don't. So maybe I'll just try it and see how that works. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. So these I'm just gonna stick down and make sure they're stuck, centered the best that I can. Since it's fully cured, I think this is the best way to do it, because then you're not getting any kind of wrinkles in here at all. Just press them down everywhere. Now for the little ducks, because I want to pour them, I want the ducks to be stuck to the bottom. They're just gonna float if I don't stick them to the bottom. So I'm thinking my E6000 glue, let me squeeze it up a little bit. I think, I want them to go around like the edge, so you're not seeing that the resin that shows. And I hope, yep, they're just barely under the top. So these are gonna be a little thick when I'm done. I want them to stay down. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue and see if this holds them where I want them. Too much. I don't need a lot. I just want enough. And then I'm gonna let these dry. I think I'll go around the whole edge with all these little ducks. Like follow the leader. Like having all your ducks in a row, you know? My ducks will finally be in a row today. So that you get the gist of it. I'm just going to do this. This is going to take me a while. And then I'm going to let that dry so the resin doesn't let it lift up. I got 8 ounces mixed up and debubbled. And I'm hoping I have enough extra to do these. Watch, I won't have any extra. Wouldn't that be funny? So I'm actually not going to pour or put any sparkle dust in here or anything. I know you guys probably can't believe that. But I don't know that Jeep lovers like sparkle dust. I'm just gonna pour it slow so I don't incorporate any bubbles between all these ducks. And you know what I did? After I glued them down with the E6000, I turned my heat mat on low and I let it heat up just to warm up and firm up that glue, so it dried pretty quickly. I'm anxious to see how much this holds. I can't remember how much these deeper molds hold. I thought they held 4 ounces. That's why I think I'm gonna have extra for those little pendant molds, but we're gonna find out here. I'm just pouring slowly because, like I said, so far I don't see any bubbles. But I need all these little ducks' heads to be covered. And they're almost covered. There, they're covered. Let me see how much that took. Oh gosh. Yeah, it took 4 ounces. I don't think I'm gonna have anything extra, you guys. Oh, that one's not covered yet. Oh, yeah, it is. They're just like barely under. It's bubbled over. It's domed pretty good. Let me grab a lighter, because if I spray it with alcohol, I think I'm gonna break the surface tension and it's gonna flow out. There were just a couple little bubbles right there. Let's hope I have enough. Otherwise, I feel like I need to mix up I need to mix up a little ounce for you guys so I could finish those pendants off. Since when do I never have any leftovers? That's just not like me. But I don't think I'm going to. So far, so good. I'm just gonna go over the ducks. Let's see if that helps getting those crevices. If you guys have any ideas, I still have like 150 ducks left, or probably more. Let me know what you want to see with ducks. I don't want them sitting here for 2 years doing nothing. I don't see a lot of duck videos on YouTube. If you've seen anything, let me know what you're seeing. I need some more inspiration for these guys. This is almost filled. Do I have, I probably have enough to do one. Oh, hang on, this isn't, let me wipe my hand off. I don't think all the ducks' heads are under yet either. No, they are not. I am not going to have anything left. I literally have nothing left, you guys. Isn't that hilarious? Not really. I really wanted to do those. So I think just for you, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up another ounce so we can have some extra demolds today. I just wanna pop all these little bubbles, take a little dotting tool, release any from the edges. Oh, that's a piece of something in there. Make sure you got no bubbles. All right, let me mix up an ounce for you guys. You can just call me Queen Scraper, you guys. Check that out. I got like almost a ½ ounce by scraping that thing really, really good. So maybe I have enough to do this whole thing. I pulled out my cerulean and I'm going to just get the lightest color blue. Just a tint so we could see through those white, the white islands that we created. Might need a little bit more of a tint. Let's do, I hope 4 drops wasn't too much. I don't know. And I keep seeing bubbles pop, so I have been, don't walk away if you try this, because they're going to come out for a little while from around these ducks. And you're not gonna be happy when you come back and you're gonna have to top coat these. I see something in there. Okay. So we're just gonna pour this on top of the white and see what we come up with. Let's see. We'll do the 2 small ones first. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for the big one, but I'll try it. That one's full. This one needs a little drop more. Oh, you know what? I might have enough. That would be terrible if I was just a little too short. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had just enough. With enough to put into my extras mold. I'll put another drop in this one. They look pretty good. They look domed. And you could see through them. All right, I'm just gonna, see, more bubbles popping up. I'm just gonna babysit this for a little while. And then we will demold in the morning. Time to get these out. Let's start with the little ones. Oh, I had just a drip more, so I just made another one. So this is like going to be an ongoing thing. So this is just the step part. Now it has to go in here on another day. So let's see what these look like. So this is the top that you're looking at. That looks really cool. Can you see? Yeah, you could see it pretty good. And then I'll put a bail on them. I'll probably top coat them because they're a little lumpy where it comes sticking out from the top piece. Trying to get the best. Super cool. And here is the big one. I like those. Probably a million different ways to do them. All right, there's really not a whole lot of reveal on these, but I babysat them for about an hour till it thickened up. So there are no bubbles in them. That looks really neat. At least my ducks are standing straight this time. What do you think? I'm thinking I might put something on the back here just for Jeep lovers. I'm gonna see if I can come up with something. I didn't want to just leave it because people will wonder what the heck this is unless you're the Jeep lover. So let me see what I can come up with, even though it's the bottom. I don't, well then it would have to get thicker because then I would have to bottom coat it. I better not do that. I better leave them as they are. So that's it, you guys. What do you think? You like the duckies and the Jeeps? What I wanted to say was it's a Jeep thing. But if I put it on the front, I would still have to top coat it, then it's gonna get thicker, and I don't want it already thicker because they're really pretty thick already. I'm just gonna take a nail file like this at an angle. Because if you do it at an angle, you'll take that sharp little lip down, and then you're not gonna really disturb the resin at all that you would have to top coat it. Or ruin the sides either. So I'm just gonna do this and then I will get you a few pictures. So I hope you enjoyed it. Something else with the ducks. Like I said, leave me a comment. Let me know what else I could do with these ducks. Give me a good idea and maybe you'll see it on a YouTube video. All right, guys, you have a blessed day. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.